Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and I'm in Amsterdam getting soaked on my way to Montenegro. We had to stay here for a day or a day and a half so that we could get to Montenegro cheap. It's the only way. Otherwise it was like a $3,000 ticket. Instead it was like $900 total with rent in Montenegro. That's like $400 a month. So I'm on my way there, and we stopped in Amsterdam, and oh, here we go again. It's raining. All right, enjoy. So far, only about 50% of people are actually wearing masks here, so that's nice. Most of the staff aren't, so I feel like they say it's required, but I don't think it actually is. It is nice to finally go to an airport that isn't cracking down on that stuff as much. Though, with that said, everywhere you look, it's like gender equality stuff, so it's like a weird cross between leftism and I'm not quite sure what. But nonetheless, so far it feels a little bit more free. Alright, wish me luck that I don't fall down these stairs. Alright, after I guess 24 plus hours of traveling, we're in Amsterdam for like a day and a half, but might as well enjoy the beautiful scenery, right? Well, there's certainly a lot of weed places around here. Weed ice cream, weed everything, you name it. So we're just trying to find our way around here. There's a lot of cool places around here. No shortage of beautiful scenery. We're trying to find the waterfront, so let's try and do that. As many might know, this is my homeland. Well, partially. About 50% of my family is Spanish-Dutch, and moved to Canada, I should say, not here, in the early 1960s, late 1950s. It's really cool to finally get a chance to see this beautiful, beautiful country, and I mean, seriously, there's no shortage of amazing things to look at. That many of it survived World War II, and now is like the perfect place for tourism because it just provides all the space for cafes and long lines of tourist shops and, well, cannabis shops and prostitutes. Nonetheless, a lot of these stores are filled up with masks now, but one of the interesting things here is that almost no one's wearing them, and also that includes like the shop owners. It's a recommendation, and each business decides on their own. Not as much fear here, which is a really nice thing to see. And down comes the rain. Well, we just got soaked. We're hiding under, you can see here, a little ledge. It's absolutely pouring, and I'm trying not to destroy my phone here, but we're surrounded by weed shops, sex shops, and McDonald's. I'm trying to find like a decent restaurant. Wish me luck. I am by the water though now, as you can see. Home free at a place called Remembrant Bar. Mostly just drinks here, but man, it's just downpour. And my phone's a little wet, so brand new. Let's hope nothing happened. Just what I needed after a day and a half of travel. I think it's going to be a while before I'm heading out of here. It's like crazy rain. Well, that was just what I needed, and now just enough time while the rain stops for a moment to find a place to eat. I don't think I'll have any hard time doing that. There's a lot of places around here, probably all overpriced though, but anyway, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since Canada. The one issue with a lot of places that say they're Irish pubs is that half the time they only serve like burgers and stuff, and that's not quite Irish food. So checking out another Irish pub over here. And we have light. All right, this Irish place has Irish food. Well, that was awesome, but my phone's about to die, so heading back to charge the phone and then seeing what else there is to see by our hotel. More insulting hand-holding garbage BS about how far you should stand apart, how you should wash your hands, how you should go to the bathroom, all sorts of stupid crap. And it's like, it's amazing that people everywhere in the world put up with it. The government spent hard-earned tax money that they stole on putting things on the sidewalk saying, stand far apart from each other, 1.5 meters. It's funny, it's 2 meters in Canada. Coronavirus has different distances in different countries. This is your brain on government. So I went for a walk, and the red light district is still open, and they even have signs regarding COVID for the red light district. Very interesting difference between a lot of places I've been lately, that's for sure. Now I'm definitely gonna get myself another drink here, but I don't really feel like being bothered by prostitutes and stuff, so I'm gonna go to a different street to get a drink, but nonetheless, very interesting area and exactly what you'd expect. But I'll tell you this much, walking around the red light district at night is, well, it's a trip. Not my kind of thing though. Pretty much can't film most of what I'm seeing, so I have to leave it undescriptive. Alright, I think that's enough for a day. I'm heading back. I'm gonna take like a 12-hour sleep and see where we're at in the morning. Alright, it's the next morning, and we're going to get a little bit more of a glimpse of Amsterdam, I guess, in the morning and during the day. And we're going to meet up with our friend Adam Williams later, and I'm going to do an interview with him about freedom in the Netherlands versus other places around the world. Adam, of course, has lived in the United States, and he came here several years ago to search for a more free place, and he has been here for a long time doing workout competitions and stuff like that. And I'm interested in hearing his take on freedom in the Netherlands. It's not something that I've always thought to be synonymous, especially with things like Geert Wilders or Wilders, I always mess up that name, going to jail for hate speech and all this kind of stuff. It's like a weird mixture of freedom, free markets, debauchery in a lot of ways, and then like lefty feelings and hate speech crap, and like the whole gender equality while there's prostitutes in windows. It's like I'm not exactly sure what to make of that, but nonetheless, we're gonna see what it's like during the day. By the way, last night it was actually, there's a few reasons to be a little sketched out when we were walking around the red light district. There were a lot of people that seemed to be kind of looking for pockets to pick, and there wasn't a lot of tourism. So you got to wonder how this is affecting a lot of the women that work there, a lot of the business owners, a lot of the property owners, and a lot of the people on the street that seem to be wanting to, pick pockets. And also, I met a bartender last night that he didn't want to be on camera, that works part-time in Barcelona and part-time here, and he's on call for a labor job in Barcelona. This is kind of the employment situation right now. So I have a surprise for Stevie this morning, who just woke up and is a little grumpy. We're going to Anne Frank's house. Very uplifting. First, coffee and breakfast. Well, that was great, and I really did miss European cafes. Right next to a Starbucks. Why would someone go to the Starbucks when you have the authentic family-owned place right next door? Anyway, it's interesting to see that pretty much no one in any of the stores is wearing masks. But with that said, they are doing contact tracing, but it's up to you if you want to put your real information up on one of those things. I would not, because say someone's cousin's friend's fiance's brother-in-law, brothers, whatever, gets it, then you have police coming after you and forcing you inside and all your friends. I mean, just be wary of that kind of stuff and don't put yourself at risk. Mentioned yet that this place is extremely European? I mean, it goes without saying, but I mean, it's like stereotypical European. I kind of love it. I really have to say, though, I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's almost like normality here. It really is. I mean, you almost wouldn't notice that anything crazy is happening in the world around here. And, it really, I mean, there's still fear in the media, of course, but it really goes to show that when there isn't just nonstop fear in your face, people do what humans do. They're either responsible or irresponsible, and that's up to them and not up to the government. That's about everything Dutch in one window, isn't it? Well, I don't see any wooden shoes, but otherwise, pretty much everything Dutch. It's seriously like sensory overload over here. It's just so much going on. This is why I love European cities. It's just the history and the architecture. It's just unbelievably beautiful. Especially during fall time. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. All right, we're almost there. Just another block to go.
Turn right onto Prinsengracht.
And like most tragic places in the world, and I guarantee you this is going to happen once Las Vegas opens again, and once a few years go by, they're going to do the same thing at the Mandalay Bay. Wherever there's tragedy, there's a tour office, as you can see over there, and a whole bunch of people trying to sell things. There's so much irony in going to Anne Frank's house and seeing signs telling you what you can or cannot wear with threat of arrest, and at the same time telling you how to wash your hands. Just the hand holding stuff, like I said before, absolutely crazy. And the fact that not more people can see the irony is really concerning. Literally in front of Anne Frank's house, you have spots put on the ground by the government about where you can or cannot walk. Alright, so we saw Anne Frank's house. Very interesting. They got a museum added onto the side of it. And anyway, now we're just kind of walking around. We're not sure what else to do today. We are meeting up with our friend Adam later on, but for now we're just kind of walking. So we're just gonna try and find something to do. I'm sure there's something to do in the early day of Amsterdam. And you can see Anne Frank's house over there. And on we go, I guess, and see what we find. Lots of interesting looking bikes. Stevie's talking about moving here, which is a common theme whenever we go anywhere. For like one day.
I mean,
but
the Netherlands in general.
yeah, it's definitely a beautiful place. Expensive, too expensive for me. So unless things change in that regard, I don't think that's going to happen. And unless things change with visas and European passports and stuff, I don't think that's going to happen either. Certainly is a nice thought, though. So far, I'm really liking the people. Everyone speaks fluent English. If you're Dutch, is that a thing? Like, is that just a tourism thing? Because like everyone speaks perfect Well, we found our way to a pretty nice looking little street. Lots of little cafes and stuff. It's amazing they can compete. There's like 5 cafes all next door to each other. It's crazy. But no matter where you go in the world, you're gonna find pirates. Pirates that like to survive off of the small amount of money that people have left in their pockets. You know, I think we picked the perfect time of year to go here because not only is the tourism down, which it has been all year this year, but it's beautiful fall weather and just kind of like a nice warm feel to it. Not to sound weird, but it's true. It's cool to see all these little houseboats out there. A lot of people live on the water out here, and I noticed that when I was looking at Airbnb, which became impossible because it's too expensive, but I noticed that there were a lot of people living on little boats on the water around here, and it's a cool life. Strange, but cool. Oh, it's raining. Imagine playing at this basketball net here with all these rocks on the ground. Anyway, let's get some shelter. Oh my God. Oh God. Well, this certainly happens fast, doesn't it, Stevie? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Well, 1 second it's super sunny out, and the next second it's pouring rain. I was just saying how beautiful the weather was. It's not that bad. We are underneath some tree, but my phone's getting wet. I hope these phones are better at taking water these days. I just got this like a few days ago, but still looks pretty beautiful. Could it be a little bit of a clearing in the rain? Watch it be sunny in like 2 seconds and then start pouring again right after. I think we're gonna take a run for it. Let's go. Alright, looks like we're good for now. I do love a good storm. I just hope there's more of a heads up before the next one. As you saw, I was just talking about stuff on camera. Stupid basketball hoop, and then I get poured on. But it's really peaceful. And you know, it's a kind of cold that's not like, it doesn't really cool you to the bone. It just kind of is. It's not windy or anything like that. It's nice. Oh, here we go again. Well, it really is kind of off and on. That's for sure. We're hiding under a cantilever here until they kick us out. It is a very beautiful morning walk though, that's for sure. So check out what it says on this guy's window over here. I think the rain's cooling down a little bit, so I'm gonna walk out and show you guys. Luckily, some people are awake to the doublespeak where all these Antifa people are like, this is fascism, even though they're literally asking for literal fascism, while these other things that claim to come in peace and to try and stop fascism are actually the most fascist things, like the European Union's complete control over businesses and ports and you know, small businesses, big businesses, all the tariffs that are involved. I mean, that is literally fascism, government control of corporations. Or maybe it's more appropriate to say government control over businesses, not corporations. Corporations is a loaded word and means multiple different things, including incorporated with the government, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But nonetheless, it's not governments controlling corporations isn't ending fascism. That's literally fascism. That's the Orwellian doublespeak we're talking about. She's soaking wet. There certainly are a lot of Teslas here. Pretty commonplace. We even got a Tesla taxi on the way out here. This place was built in 1652, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of buildings around here that try to mimic that look that are about 1902, 1905 or so, but this one's actually legitimately super old. Rain is definitely about to start up again, so gotta find some place to get some shelter right away. I've soaked my phone enough and I just don't trust it at all. I'm gonna be very, very unhappy when this phone crashes after a week of having it. If you're ever looking for what the ugliest building around is, look no further than the police station. They always make sure to make the most Stalinist looking buildings a police station. Look at that. Terrible. Next to these beautiful buildings, just complete eyesore. Well, that was exactly what I needed. I just stepped in a puddle. That was awesome. And now we're heading back. We got to get ready to check out of the hotel because our planes were switched a couple days ago, so that it put us in a situation where we had to leave early, and instead of leaving tomorrow, we have to leave at 8 o'clock tonight, our flight to Belgrade, Serbia, where we have a 7-hour layover and then a flight to Montenegro, which is our final destination. But it was cool to spend some time in Amsterdam. We're still going to be meeting with Adam soon, and I'm going to do an interview with him. And then soon after, we got to take off. We got to leave our bags at the desk and check out of the hotel. And all right, well, it was a fast one, but I really enjoyed it. All right, well, we got our packing done. I had to rearrange everything to be able to bring my backpack with me, and we're gonna go meet up with Adam and get an interview done, and I think we're meeting him by Madame Tussauds by the Old Palace. So let's bring some anarchy to royalty. That was a terrible line. Anyway, here we go. So bat fell from the roof somewhere, and this woman behind us who's looking at the bat is gonna bring the bat to a vet. All right. Sucks to see any animal hurt, but not sure that bat's gonna make it. All right, well, I told Adam I'd meet him here right around like 4 minutes from now, so hopefully the sun persists here at the palace, and it's already going away as I say this, and the rain stays away because I don't need my 4K camera getting rained on. By the way, look at this. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get smoked in the face. Well, we found Adam.
Yes.
How's it going, man? Hey.
Here with the man, Josh. Glad you made it safely, bro. So this is Dom Square. Quite famous. When the king will come and speak to everyone, they'll be here and it'll all be kind of closed off. The Bijenkorf is your Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh, nice.
Netherlands, so to speak. Amazing product. You know, really, really different.
So things have changed a lot?
So many less tourists than there used to be, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just me. There was not a lot of tourists around here, but
It's really changed it.
no.
So beautiful. This stuff's really old. They've maintained it, and just gorgeous. That little part on the top, right? Just that little facade there, and shade.
Yes.
Everyone knows the little. Up to the top.
All right, so we are going to do our interview on the top of a building. All right, this sounds fun. So we're just going up the elevator right now, and what's this building called?
It's W Hotel.
W Hotel. All right. All right, we found the rooftop, and look at this view. It's a good background, isn't it? So, I mean, it's an interesting concept, and with the coronavirus issue, that's something we have to talk about because that really did show in true light what every country in the world is really like, and there's statism in every country. There's no, escaping that. But here, there seems to be a mix. So, first of all, the health minister here has said on multiple occasions that masks are stupid, though the government says that we need to have masks. But I walk around here, and it seems to be pretty much up to the individual to decide. How was the whole coronavirus shutdown for you in the Netherlands?
Well, it was really crazy. I was working on a startup last year, took a break from teaching and coaching, and that dissolved at the beginning of Corona, so I was home for a bit, but I just never wanted to be home. So I never believed in this from the beginning. I got posts from March saying this is nonsense, you guys will see it later, you don't see it now. The Dutch now, the pragmatic, practical Dutchman, I think now sees this as a very poorly executed plan and is over it. That's the feeling, but they're still putting out new recommendations and guidelines. Even now, a couple days ago in Den Haag, they are making it voluntary, and that's again a lot of stuff here. They try to make it voluntary, which is good. And they say that the store can refuse you if you don't wear a mask. But I went to the grocery store, and it was so surreal. I've been seeing all my American friends for months posting there. Went to the grocery store stories and all the stuff, interactions and the friends.
David Rodriguez.
Yeah, David Rodriguez, champion, Karen Keener, all these people. Of their escapades, and then I finally had one because all of a sudden, like a light switch, about 70% of the people in the store had a mask on in October after all this, and just because the government said that's what to do. I walked around to the store and I was talking to the people that didn't have masks on, and I said, do you guys think if they said you have to jump off a fucking bridge for public safety that a lot of these people would do it? And I guess, yeah, a bunch of them would, but fortunately it's still voluntary for now.
All right, successful interview, and now the rain's starting to come down, so time to get out of here before I get everything wet. It's perfect timing. Just finished the video, and now I don't have to worry about ruining my 4K camera. All right, well, that was fun. It was good seeing Adam, and we're gonna slowly make our way to the airport now and get this craziness done. We have about 7-hour layover starting at like 12 a.m. or something like that in Belgrade, Serbia, and then after that we fly to Montenegro, and then we will be finally in Kotor. But it's going to be a hell of a trip, and it's going to be exhausting. We're going to have to find a place to sleep on a bench in the airport, but it could be worse. We could not be doing any of that, and I have to keep that in mind while I'm struggling to stay awake. Seeing Adam and doing an interview was a great cherry on the top of this interesting short trip to Amsterdam, and definitely great seeing Amsterdam from above to some degree, and something I wasn't expecting. So really happy we're able to do that. And I guess all that I'm going to be able to show now is us slowly, with lots of torture, making our way into the airport and getting the travel part over with. But there's probably going to be stuff after this, but I will say for now, I'll see you guys in Kotor or Podgorica in Montenegro. All right, now to organize everything and put it into the right bag. This is gonna be fun. Oh man, that might just work. I'm really digging people's outlook on masks and just the insanity of all this here. For the most part, other than the taxi driver we got from the airport, everyone's been like, it's nonsense and masks don't work. We just heard the people inside the hotel talking in fluent English. Everyone just talks to each other in English, by the way, about how masks don't work and how stupid they are and how ridiculous they look and how this whole thing is a scam. So really tells you a lot. If you want to see more on that, you can see our video with Adam Williams up on World Alternative Media, if our channel's still around by the time this video gets up. And that goes into the idea of how people have reacted to the whole thing here and freedom in the Netherlands versus other places. So make sure to check that out. All right, we're at the airport and it's time for some torture. Security and then sitting and sitting and more sitting. In order to get a mask, you gotta, and hand sanitizer I should add, you gotta press a bunch of buttons and touch a machine a bunch of people touched. 2020 logic. All right, time to work. I don't have return tickets yet because I go country to country. I'm nomadic. The last country, Canada. Make sure to hit that like button, check the links below, share on social media to get around the shadow banning, and check all the different links on supporting us in our efforts, as I did give up my home and everything I have so that I can continue reporting for you guys, and now I've moved to the other side of the world to be able to continue doing that as well. So while it is a really cool place to be and everything, we do need your help because nothing's free, and while we have cut our costs dramatically, it is very difficult to stay alive with the demonetization on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate anything you guys can do, and also joining us on Flote.app, BitChute, and LBRY helps substantially as well. Join our newsletter at www.iambanned.com, and yeah. My friends, it is go time. We are completely demonetized on YouTube, and we depend on the viewer to stay alive and spread the message of freedom and truth. So check those links below. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar, anything you guys could do to help keep independent media alive helps enormously in helping spread this message to the masses. So make sure to check those links. Donate to our Bitcoin address on the screen or below. We really appreciate anything you could do to keep us alive. You could check those links below for Cointree as well, where you can find other cryptocurrencies that you can donate and keep WAM alive. Find us on flote.app, flote.app, as well as BitChute and LBRY and Minds. We're on all the other platforms. We are leaving YouTube soon, so make sure to find us at those sites, because it's the only way we can keep talking to you, the masses, the great people that actually care about the future of free humanity. Also, join our new newsletter at www.iamband.com. Anything helps at this point, guys. We need to support free information online. This is the most difficult time in our history, and it takes a lot of hard work to keep our message alive in the face of great evils that have taken over the propaganda news on television as well as on YouTube, where YouTube decides what you can or cannot see. We need your help, my friends. So I really appreciate anything you guys can do. Check those links. There's many ways you can help. Until next time, though, thanks, everyone. This is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.